Hello, and welcome back to Fate Extra CCC. So, today we're gonna go ahead and carry on with the Elizabeth Labyrinth. I think we already saw it, there's nothing that Cat wants to say, but just in case, let's just check. Nope. Alright. Let's see here. Right. For the CCC things, you just have to go ahead and carry on as usual. Talk to the student council. I see Rin and Ronnie here in the student council room. Although it concerns me that I don't see Sakura, there's something I need to report. Morning. Sleep well? What's that mail you got there? When Rin does a check, she always catches something. I placed the invitation and just pick up on the desk and explain the deal. A dinner party, huh? Elizabeth Bathory is apparently educated in alchemy, according to her legend. It's probably a trap, in all likelihood. Haku, there are charm in Gia's program mixed with that food. I think they probably are too. Even the food she puts out for me looks amazing. I'll have to muster up an iron will and push it away. With that, I wonder where Sakura is. Sakura? No, she's basically delocating in the infirmary. She amassed unneeded data, so we requested that she cleared her internal memory. We want her to take a break, even if it's just for a short one. That girl won't rest unless we ask her explicitly. Let me switch to some serious talk. While BB encroaches on the far side of the moon, she's also heading to the moon cell's core. In the process of doing so, BB ended up hogging various Seraph systems to herself and modifying them. BB's personal values are now becoming the norm of the far side of the moon. That's why Sakura's stance towards protecting us is considered illegal within Seraph. You've noticed how many times Sakura has fainted so far, right? Except because she's overexerting herself. It's tough for me to say this, but as long as Sakura's on our side helping us, she'll slowly keep breaking down. What the? Sakura never mentioned a word of this to me. Sakura begged us many times to stay quiet about it, knowing we'll hold Hakuno back from fighting. Therefore, please continue acting as in the same manner as you have been, Kishinami. To Sakura, that would be the most effective healing she could ever receive. We'd like to at least ease her mental burden. That's why we have her resting at the infirmary right now. We're not telling her to purely out of kindness, though. While we do worry about her mental health, maintaining her performance is more important. Our scans show that there's only a little more labyrinth left, and that little bit will be dangerous, guaranteed. A moment of carelessness in the slightest misstep will be fatal. Of course, I'm talking about you, but not us, Haku. That's why this operation will be taken under optimal circumstances. Instability in Sakura will create problems for us. That letter from Elizabeth had me wound up, but this snapped me back into focus. With every moment that passes, destruction would draw us nearest to us. This is the time to get distracted. Exactly. Let's continue directly with clearing the labyrinth. Every second we save means a smaller burden on Sakura. You can count on me. I then leave the student council room. Still, I'm worried about how Sakura's doing. Before I head to the labyrinth, I'll stop by the infirmary for a bit. Yeah, that's the CCC thing. Even here in the mission thing, there we go. There's head to the infirmary thing. Before that, let's just go ahead and go here. There we go. Got a Seshuin outside one of the classrooms. For some reason, she has exited from one of the unused classrooms. One male and one female NPCs exited with her. The NPCs rush off without making eye contact, blushing. Hello, Hakuno. The weather today, the sunset today is nice, isn't it? With a gentle smile, she greets me and starts making small talk. I'm not inclined to ask her what she was up to. That aside, I'm lucky to have run into her. Akira stated that she was too powerless to get involved with BB, but it's no longer the time for her to be taking things so leisurely. The problem doesn't start and end with just the moon. If BB continues to continues and reaches the moon cell's core, every human being on the surface on Earth will be likely to be destroyed. Once again, I suggest you cooperate with us. Huh? Cooperate? You say that Earth is in danger and BB is trying to free everyone from all desire. I was expecting you to say something more rational. Even I won't be with something so silly. If he isn't capable of something so absurd, she has no reason to do so. Her goal has always been to... Kara's screen breaks off, twisting her finger against her lips and hushing herself. Does she know what BB's goal is? I should know better than to blab. You're so cute, Hakuno. I couldn't help myself. More importantly, Hakuno, you say that if humanity is freed from all desire, they'll be destroyed. What's your basis on that, for that claim? Seems like Garrett absolutely does not believe in what I'm saying about the fallout from BB's actions. Understandable, if I hadn't been seen those sites myself. I would be doubting it too. I start off explaining to her about the 7 days later simulator in the student council room and his results. Oh my, when did you obtain such a thing? We were raided so recently, and yet Rin and Rani have been busy. They're incredible. Okay. She said that humanity will be destroyed. Knowing that, I shall refuse to cooperate with you. I kindly ask you to leave it at that. She flat out refuses. I really don't get this Kara-Seshwin lady. I want to see her. All of humanity may perish, yet she still has set on watching how everything plays out from the sidelines. She keeps saving thousands from suffering, but she doesn't care about all the lives that will be snuffed out by this. Correct. That's it's what I learned from my teacher. I must sound inhuman, but from a school of that embraces desire, see? Free your ghost up to the infinite sea of stars to transcend all of Maya in this truth, that carnally and nirvana are one, become enlightened. All things in which exist are illusion, all emptiness, even if our world crumbles so long as there is a digital world there is hope. People fail to attain truth to their desire, and they cannot attain such thoughts in rejecting desire. Such sad beings humans are. However, those people who free their desires upon and me obtain full information to their desires, they perish in bliss. One piece of truth is to be free from desire. If the entire world was freed, desire would be impossible to reject. At the same time, you, who wants to reject that, would be affirmed that sentiment you hold is a fine thing. Before, on the surface, everything I did with the good intentions turned into something bad, I mustn't repeat those mistakes. That's why I won't do anything. I decided that my desires would be to love whoever loves me. Gasatrin gracefully says as if there's a brain. This woman revered as a last saint to the surface, despite bringing salvation to many, not a single person saved her. I wonder if her perspective is really any different from what regular people like myself have. She completely turned the offer down. I won't be able to coerce her any further. My apologies, Hakuno. Please drop the matter. I'm still cowardly when it comes to other people's loves. However, I love you from the bottom of my heart. I wish you good fortune in battle. Please use that grand heart of yours to save the world. Alright, that was part of the CCC stuff, so that's done. Guy's SG is only gonna get after we get a little bit of second SG, so let's just... Infirmary X-Sakura X-Visit. And then, of course, it's a reasonable X-capable woman. I shall wait in the hallway, so please hurry and get on with your counseling and whatnot. Kishinami, is that you? The sound of the door must have woken her up. Sakura was sleeping in bed, quickly got up to greet her visitor. Sakura's hair is changing. The signs were there before, but it's gotten worse. There's a lot about it now. Maintaining the old school system alone is a big task, but providing backup doing labyrinth explorations on top of that puts a huge strain on her.
この紙ですか? 気にしないでください。ちょっと出力が落ちているだけですから。
How are you holding up?
お休みをいただいたら回復しました。余分な箇所を切り捨てて最適化したので、すぐに生徒会に復帰できますよ。それよりお茶を入れますね。せっかく来てくれたんです。私もお役に立ち。
Oh no, watch out! Sakura stumbles and I only barely catch her. I feel Sakura's body in my arms. She's unusually cold, or warm from before, as if she were a living being, hardly half of it is left. Maybe it's just like the moon cell, she's already been rooted down. Are you really alright?
それは、その...
Sakura hesitates, but I repeat my question again. My principle, I can't lie. The compelling force isn't as strong as a command seal, though. She has the duty to keep topics confidential, even if it might be fruitless to ask. but I would expect that she has to give some response to a master's question. Yes, it's heavy-handed, but this is about her health after all. If Sakura's going to take on this burden, then the bare minimum she can do is make sure I know what's going on.
わかりました。リンさんやラニさんは気づいているだろうし、先輩だけ仲間外れはやっぱり嫌です。私もムーンセルの侵食に合わせて構成情報が崩れ始めています。マスターの健康管理も今では難しい状況です。お弁当くらいはなんとか作れるんですけど、でもまだお役に立てます。リンさんとラニさんが常時アップデートしてくれていますから。
Updates. So basically, they're forcibly keeping her function through traditional patches on her, breaking down from the degradation as she is. Humans call this taking drastic measures. They're just slapping big bandages over the holes popping out all over her. That's all there is. It does nothing to treat her wounds, let alone solve the root of the problem.
いいんです。そもそも初めから壊れていたんです。私、本当ならもっと早くに消えていたんです。だからどうか気を使わないでください。先輩に悲しい顔をされるのは辛いです。
There was no bluffs in her smile. She's genuinely concerned about me. I need to think about something. Something I can do for her right now. Transfer Sacrament to her. Sacrament, that's right, Sacrament. This only applies to far side of the moon, but Sacrament serves as power supply within the moon cell. It's an imagined element in the cyberspace, magical energy, unevenly distributed throughout this domain. It doesn't have some almighty power that can do anything, but it shouldn't be able to at least keep Sakura from falling apart.
そんな、ダメです。サクラメントは貴重なソースです。先輩が自分のために使ってください。
This is exactly what I'll do. I'll help myself by using it on Sakura. I don't know the reason why myself. It's just that I don't want Sakura to suffer. I want her to keep smiling like she used to before, right here and now.
先輩のバカ。
Transferring Sacrament to her is easy. Sacrament was always been manipulated by the administrative side of the moon cell to keep balance here in cyberspace. Yeah, like Sakura probably take it as a belonging to them more seriously than us masters do.
ごめんなさい、先輩。でも、ありがとうございます。体が温かくなって、すごく楽になりました。
Sakura smiles and I smile back. I grab her hand and check out how she's faring. Her body temperature is normal again. I'm glad. This should keep her pain away for a while. What's up with Sakura? I thought her pain went away, but she's oddly fidgety. Is there a problem? Ask her if something's bothering her.
いえ、ちょっとわからなくて。
She doesn't understand?
はい。前からおかしいなって気づいてはいたんですよ。でも、その原因がわからなくて。私は皆さんの健康管理のために作られた AI です。私が先輩のお世話をするのは当然のことなんです。そうなんですけど、月の裏側に来てからずっとおかしくて、私の中で先輩を助けることが皆さんの健康管理より上位に設定されているんです。この人を死なせちゃいけない。この人はかけがえのない最初の友達なんだって。
Oh, is that how it is? I feel genuinely happy about being considered special to her. Well, a little embarrassed.
でも単に効率論なんだと思います。現状ムーンセルの正常化に 最も適した人材が先輩ですから。その先輩を最優先するのは AI として当然ですよね。
Why not? That would be very well. I see. Since Sakura Kishami is a human that could save the moon cell, Sakura gives Sakura Kishami priority. These AI are something else. It's as calculating and self-serving as biased as it gets. One would call it such, but
そう、当然なんです。私はおかしくない。先輩を優先するのは論理的です。なのにどうして、そんな当然のことがこんなに嬉しいのかわからない。
Sakura looks down and remembers something to herself.
なんでもないです。気にしないでください。私 AI ですから。というか元気になったからお茶入れますね。やっぱりお茶ですよね、お茶。
Sakura begins preparing some tea. Thank goodness. In any case, Sakura is in better spirits again. Looks like I can return to exploring the labyrinth without anything holding me back. Alright, that's done. And I think that's pretty much it. We can just go to the labyrinth now. Yeah. Yep, alright, let's go to the labyrinth then. Let me actually go to my room just to check if there's anything extra. No, alright. Let's go then there. Let's go there then. Let's see, level 33, and this thing is level 32. Alright, so that's pretty good. Floor 14, Crimson full course. Once again, we descend to the shrine with the oppressive atmosphere. So what do you now? The invitation didn't specify any meeting place. What's the deal with throwing a dinner party in the labyrinth anyway? That could at least come in at least a representative arrived. I hope you're doing well, my adorable squirrely. I'm pleased to see you accept my invitation. I'll be my thanks to your crass behavior before. No spear, no torture. I have a full taste of my free meals, morning, lunch, and dinner. Elizabeth beams with the most ladylike smile you can muster. Shinji, standing behind her with a pale face, averted face catches my eyes. I never want to think about it again. His expression speaks volumes. Come now, first the morning table. Follow me. As if leading us, Elizabeth disappears into the depths of the labyrinth. Why do we have to take her up on this? To be totally honest, I'm not very willing to do this. Can we just do a plain old exploration of the labyrinth? It's got a bit catastrophic, hasn't it? You'll have to play along for a bit in order to get through SG. If things start going real south, we'll have to pull out fast. No missing red flags. Misako, we're formulating measures to address the food, just in case. But I wish you the best of luck in the meantime. Well, thanks a lot, guys. Come here. I think we are able to kill this guy with just this. Yeah, most likely. Guys are strong enough to do that. Bye. Come here. Alright, let's go for this. Let's see if this one works. Nope. Of course we got a fucking stun. Even. Ooh, we got a critical there too. Nice. Yeah, let's go with that, and let's go. No, yeah, hit. That's unfortunate. Nice. Oh, we're dead, aren't we? No, we're not. Thank God. Let's just do Frigid Heaven so we can, or Fiery Heaven so we can kill this guy immediately. They should be able to kill him, I think. There we go. Oh, we're doing 900 damage just by skill. That's great. Ooh, a whole ether crystal. That's nice. Yep, too slow, caster. Alright. Alright, let's see. I think that might actually just kill the guy. Yeah. Caster is really close to one-shotting mob characters. Granted, we're like, what, 2 levels above? Oh, right, I completely forgot the passive skill. Right. Like, there's no reason not to do stuff like the, not to use this, right? Caster passively regenerates mana. Should have figured. Nice, we got a stun off at least. And last one for the win. Alright, there's the, really? You missed? The guy's right in front of you, Caster. Alright, this should be good enough. This goes and stuns the guy. This one should... doesn't end him, but should be close enough. There we go. Alright, here comes the first meal.
第一のテーブル、朝の食卓へ。まずは軽くショックを受けなさい。いきなりメインじゃ感動のあまり死にかねないでしょうしね。
There's a table draped in blindly pure white cloth. As if it were restrained with a single drop of blood, some sort of red food is placed on top of it. Is it spaghetti?
そうよ。ダチョウ肉のボロネーゼ。ダチョウを刺し殺すところから自分でやったわ。
This is hard, and in various ways, truth be told, I glossed over the first and figured it was soup or something. This is the kind of stuff nobles chow down on.
ぐぬぬ。意外とまともな見栄えじゃないですか。バカの一つ覚えみたいに真っ赤ですけど。でも残念でした。こちとら全部お見通しなんです。さあご主人様、言ってやってくださいまし。
That's right. Regardless of what's on the menu, there's no need to eat it. Elizabeth, we know what you're scheming.
え、嘘。どうしてよ、あの完璧な招待状と私の謙虚な態度にバレる要因なんてなかったのに。
Every detail was the dead giveaway. We outed her for the moment we read the invitation. Anyways, even after Kishinami isn't so much out of a pushover as to fall for this.
露見したのなら仕方ないわね。でもあなたに拒否権はなくてよ。なぜなら
there. Behind Elizabeth, a sturdy door, one that's been seen at some point or another floor blocking the path. Why would I even forget about this pesky door? No, how could I ever forget? That door is a mortifying artificial noble phantasm that Commando Rounding crafted, the fully automatic strip-style open lock. Patent pending.
ライフラインを断ち切ります。
No, please don't. Sorry, I'm sorry, anything but that.
それ改造済みだからもう脱衣式じゃないんだよね。全自動完食式オープンロックさ。
そうよ。つまりあなたが料理を完食しなければ先に進めない。だから食べなさい、すぐに食べなさい。私がいろいろ込めた料理を華麗に完食する。それしか選択の余地はないのよ、ハニー。ストップうちのご主人様によその女の手料理を食べさせるもんですか。全部私がいただきます。それは
残念だったね。それも想定済みさ。その料理データはそいつじゃないとデリートできないように利用者制限をかけてるんだ。他のやつじゃダメってこと。
まさかのお手柄ワカメさん。めんぼくないですマスター。私では助けにならないかと。よやるじゃない。腐っても私の付き人ね。ほらコリス、覚悟を決めてお食べなさい。天国に行くような体験が待っているわよ。
This time, Elizabeth snaps her fingers at me. I try to think about how I can escape fingertip command, skip from everyone's gaze, but nothing comes to me. I guess I'll have to eat. I sit by the table, nervous. Before me is a red mass ostrich bolognese. This doesn't seem fine. It does seem fine. It smells right. It doesn't smell off. It's fine. It's fine.
ご主人様、口からロケット噴射で後方に3回転とか人間離れしすぎです。己トカゲ女、料理下手な私でもここまでの非道はしないっつーの。いけません。バイタルありえない速度で低下しています。マッハダウンです。毒は仕込まれていませんね。つまり純粋なまずさによる味覚と精神へのダブルアタックです。嘘でしょ。まずさだけでこんなダメージ叩き出してんの。エリザベート、恐ろしい子。
The flavor was epic. It wasn't anything simple. It was like being entirely sweet and entirely spicy. It just tastes like chaos. My stomach won't stop churning, sweat won't stop dripping. My entire body's rejecting this foreign substance. I mustn't give up. I mustn't vomit. If I yield to this surging urge, our path will be forever closed. Teary-eyed, I somehow managed to cram it all down to my stomach. それでどうかしら、感想は。その涙はもちろん喜びの涙よね。ね。I'll be blunt. It's terrible. It's not a question of whether it tastes good or bad. It just reached the realm of mass destruction, terrorism, basically. For example, well, I can't think of an example. If I had to come with one, it's like licking a candy and tasting turpentine times 1,000. No, that might still be understanding it. なんですって？
茶番に付き合うのはここまでです。とっとと後ろの扉を開けるか、お料理教室にでも通ってくださいまし。しまった。ボロネーゼは嫌いだったみたい。リサーチ不足ね。やっぱりスープ系が鉄板よね。これは序の口よ。次がメインだから。次こそあなたの期待を裏切らないから。
おい待て。お前すごいんだな。
two of them run off further into the labyrinth.
大丈夫？ HP 減ってるみたいだけど、まだいけそう？
I'm probably right. How can Shabby Stomach can hasn't burst yet? Also, thanks to that thunderous shock, it seems like Elizabeth doesn't charm me. That's a silver lining.
なんと嘆かわしい。ですが、これって卵的にチャンスかも。これだけ強力な体験をしておけば、ちょっとぐらい不出来なお料理を出しても美味しく食べてもらえますよね。
Yeah, that's definitely true. Alright, up and at him. Let's keep going.
取りに行きますよ。
We have a mini boss over there. Nothing to really worry about, really. Alright, let's go. Oh, nice, a critical right off the bat.
氷点よ、砕け。なら殴る。
Oof.
大丈夫。私がついています。ファイト。
Alright, this should be good. Now let's just heal her up. Alright, let's just kill this guy. Alright. Let's just do whatever. There we go. That sucks for us, but oh well. Alright, we got. No, it's still. Alright, we got it either way. Alright, I think we are gonna get level up from the. Wow, that's pitiful actually. 7,000 sacraments is pretty pitiful. Alright, mini boss time. You should be able to level up from this guy. Right. Let's go. We're actually gonna do a recover here and use this thing here. I'm gonna use this. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see how if this one works. Probably will. This is mostly just throwing spells at the guy. Yeah. Stun him. Give ourselves some things back. Yeah, he guarded, but still does quite a bit of good amount of damage. Nice. Alright, we just one more. Alright, that should be good enough. Yay, level 34. On to the next one. Let me see. No, we still aren't killing these guys with this skill, so we're still good.
邪魔をする虫は問答無用で彼岸行きです。
Let's hit this guy.
部をわきまえず負けません。バカにしてます？いつじゃないです。ご主人様ったらたまりません。一人の邪魔とか論外ですよね。取りに行きますよ。どうお料理しまし。部をわきまえずプチッと潰しますね。
alright.
プチッいっぺんしません。バカにしてます？いつじゃないです。ご主人様ったらたまりません。お以外はお帰りください。
There's the fountain there. Yeah, there we go. Let's just save here and heal. There we go. This way. Nope. This way. There we go.
これは魔女の手作り料理集。ご主人様、残念ですがそろそろカット。
Alright. Man, I still have yet to digest the bolognese. It's here we are at the next table.
ゴリス、
Welcome to table 2, the lunch table. The dish is about to astonish you. Ta-da! Enjoy this special stew I painstakingly slowly simmered. I call it Bon Voyage to the Blood Red Sea. There's a crimson stew served in this deep bowl. As usual looks fine, but that no longer offers me any solace. Haku, wait. We're going to do some software for this exact job. We downloaded an unnamed Shinji familiar, which it eats food. It's free software, so we paid nothing for it. Shinji boy. Hold on a sec. Why does it it's said to have my face on it? You definitely customized that thing. How so? This is how it came, yep.
伝達します。
This software specializes in processing food. It's all it can do, so don't hold back. Pour all that edible destruction onto it. It's set to Hakuno Kishinami's users and shares the same privileges, so it should be able to clear the restriction issue. Rain Ronnie, do it again. Such a great job. Now I should have nothing to fear with that food anymore. Suddenly our eyes meet. Elizabeth gripped the hem of her skirt, looking like she's about to cry. I won't allow this. We expect to serve my food to some filthy doll. That would be unbelievably humiliating. Impossible. Actually, you're a farm animal, so eat up like a craven. Drain the bowl until there isn't even a drop left. No, I don't want it to get thrown away. Do that and I promise I won't open this door. Another tantrum. Bad habit you got there. Still, no matter how much noise you make, that door will open once the plate is cleared. Elizabeth says no more, not even stop it, or just try it for the life. I think that's because she can't. She said she painstakingly slow simmered this stew. But in the end, no matter what she does, this dish she labored to prepare is going to get thrown to this Shinji boy right before her eyes. I'm sure it's unbearable to her. If I want to unravel Elizabeth's mind, I get the feeling that I shouldn't rely on Shinji boy.
やばいかも。
My darling's always like this. What are you planning to do with that spoon? Squirrely? Just one sip. As long as one sip, the scourge will surely lead to her SG. I think that's essential, and then I tried taking a sip of the stew. It's horrid, terrible, overpowering, pungent. It's like mud. It makes me wonder if maybe Elizabeth has in her experience from Earth, but maybe from Venus or some polar opposite culture. But the saving grace here is that the ingredients are all tender, at least. Seems like she really did painstakingly prepare it. I command my body to at least finish the mere sip. What do you think of this one? This is a question with a grip expression. The dish is terrible.
認めないんだから。
It can't be. I let it simmer for so long. I added my very best. There's no way it can become out bad. And regardless of what the cook thinks, I think if the one eating thinks it tastes bad, then that's all. That's that. That shouldn't be so onerous if love was enough. That's right. Now that I got my thoughts on the dish across, I'll have the unarmed Shinji boy process what's left. Fine, there's still the main course left. I'll let you off the hook this time. The next one should move you to cry, saying how delicious it is. I'm sure of it. Be prepared. That's it? Ah, damn it, just does whatever she wants. Hang in there, Shinji boy. Thanks to the unarmed Shinji boy's outstanding work, the Crimson Stew was processed instantaneously. Elizabeth might be acting tough in her own way, but living before watching this happen. Open up. And unlock complete. Who's that little worker, Shinji boy? Maybe we shouldn't have made it look like him. Senpai, are you okay? I had the processing software, so you didn't have to push yourself to eat yet. I know, but it paid off. She had an obsession with cooking, she's likely related to her SG. Yes, the structure of the floor is considerably influenced by the course secrets. Please investigate the direction without pause. Yeah, without pause. The final round is about to start. Rest in peace, Shinji boy. Alright, off we go. Alright, this leads us here. Yeah, I think this is the wrong way to go, so let's go this way first. Yeah, I think we'll be able to reach level 35 before this ends. Again, let's keep going. Alright, I think that's the other way. Right, so we beat this guy up. Of course. My guard. There we go. Oh, it's a blood fucking kill. Of course. Alright, let's heal up. Let's use this. This should be good enough.
主戦力です。バカにしてます？敵じゃないです。不可もなく不可もなく邪魔とか。
And this is the silver anklet.
尻尾が総毛立ちです。かなりいいものみたいですよ。
Alright, I think.
取りに行きますよ。
Just pick this guy up.
部をわきまえず。プチッと潰しますね。プチッと。いざ
Alright, should be good enough.
バカにしてます？秘密よ。うなら。なら殴る。ごまの焚き火と参りましょう。叫べ。マスター、一生ついていきます。目音の邪魔をする虫は問答無用で彼岸行きです。
Alright. Last course. Still find it funny, there's like just a turtle there. Okay. After looping around the labyrinth, I finally reached the last table, the night table. As I imagine, the table is crammed with exorbitant amounts of food. Full red course, a red Manchuhan Imperial feast. No matter where I look, all I see is red.
早速圧倒されているようね。これがドラクルディナー、すなわち DD の食卓。順番に出せないのが残念だけど、どれも食べ頃を維持してあるわ。今回は無礼講よ。マナーの良し悪しは見逃してあげる。遠慮なく好きなものから食べなさい。
あのさ、僕が言うのもなんだけど、あいつらにはシンジ君がいるんだぞ。この計画破綻してるよ。料理なんかにこだわってないで、ここで直接潰しちゃった方がよっぽど現実的だと思うけど。
分かっていないわね、ネズミ。だからあなたは三流なのよ。これはもうそんな次元の問題ではないの。
Elizabeth doesn't bother turning to Shinji, but instead stares straight at me. The automatic eat-it-all style open log looms behind her. Sure, we can easily open the door if we use the unarmed Shinji boy, but she's right. This isn't an issue at hand at all. Hakuto Kishinami's objective isn't to open that door, it's to break the shield that lies beyond it, which means obtaining Elizabeth's secret. Using a mechanical process will do nothing to jostle her mind.
お前、まさか挑むっていうのか、このシンクの地獄巡りに。
I glance at the trembling Shinji and take a seat at the table. Feels like the fork and knife I'm holding are shaking in my hands, but it must be my imagination. Be still, right hand of mine.
お待ちください、ご主人様。ダメダメ。こんなものを食べるのはこの私が絶対に認めません。ただでさえあの虚数の海でご主人様ばかりに苦労をかけたのです。二度も同じ無様はさらせません。ですので、せめて私が全て消し済みに。苦いだけの方がまだ食べられましょう。
You know your cooking is bad when eating literal ashes is better than eating your cooking. Yes, sir. Thanks. It simply helps steady my nerves. But I have to come to this challenge with my own two hands. I mean my mouth. This food was prepared by Elizabeth for Hakuto Tsunami. I know how tough this battle will be. So, in the event that I'm able to eat this, maybe I'll settle down back in the village and get married. Yeah. Yep, we just said the M word. That triggers her happy thought.
何度でも冥府から連れ戻しますんで、どうか完食してくださいませ。ちなみに指輪のサイズは9号です。
Oh, that's good to know. Alright, here I go. All I need to do is be ready, to be determined, to be foolhardy. I forget what pain is. I glance at Elizabeth, who's staring at me, intently in pain. No need to cast her uproar. I shall partake.
ええ召し上がれ。一瞬白目向いてませんでした？やっぱりダメです。心配です。
I'm alright, no problem. I just, from the very first bite, I got quite a bit of shock.
おいしいでしょ？わよね。それはマグロのマリネ、すっぽんの生き地ゼリー添え、ムーンセルの新鮮な魚介類を使ったわ。
The Moonsal, the brain of God. It's a digital fishery rife with seafood, one that records all the past and predicts every future. Is it okay to describe it that way? I tried as I might to escape from reality by pondering such things. Reality still assails me relentlessly. An unpleasant sweat is already gushing my entire body, but I must keep my hands moving.
会長の顔色がこんなの拷問よりも拷問です。なんであんな赤いのよ。少しは緑とか入れてあげてよ。私だって少しは入れるのに。
落ち着いてください、さくら。それにミス遠坂も割と意味がわかりません。
ダニさんこそ落ち着いていないで止めてください。こんなの見ていられません。さくら、目をそらしちゃダメよ。これがあの子の生き様なの。
あれこそ人の上に立つ者の決意です。会長職は本当過酷ですね。
いい気味だ。おい、もうその辺に。
No way, there's still food left on the sides.
それは焼くのに苦労したのよ。だってすぐ焦げちゃうんですもの。そっちのタコだって苦戦したわ。タコって食べたことないし、刺しても動き続けて気持ち悪くて。でもタコ好きでしょ。だから我慢してさばいたの。喜んでもらえるかなって。
Elizabeth's eyes glitter with every plate I finish, and the ache of the back of my hand grows more prominent. Ah, the goal must be close. As I thought about it, I mindlessly continued moving my fork and spoon. Also, I don't have any particular preference for octopus. My boiling head reaches it for searching for jovial memories. Once I spoke with someone about building a cafeteria. Yeah, it was with student council. We decided we should take turns managing meals, and we could all eat together. That was a really fun idea. Oh yeah, Leo mentioned Julia's curry was excellent. In the end, I wonder what it tasted like. I want some. But my belly is filled with enough chaos as is, so...
大丈夫だ。俺のカレーは絶品だからな。
Within my wondering mind, Julius and Leo present curry to me while smiling. Alas, an early reunion, isn't it? How I'd like to have some Harvey curly. What the fuck did I... Hold on. Some Harvey curry. What? I read it wrong as hell. Oh. It seems I was having a weird dream. I know the situation before me. Apart from some deep red ice cream sitting on top of my spoon, all the other plates are now empty.
あと一口です。ペロッと片付けてしまいましょう。
I got encouraged by my servant and finished the last bite. My mouth is paralyzed at this point, but a potentially awful taste still spreads through it. It's mint-flavored red mint. Fun fact, the mint plant is said to bloom in the Greek underworld. I quietly put my spoon down, gave my thanks to the meal, and rise from my seat.
すごい、全部食べてくれたのね。扉が開くのも文句なしよ。それで、ここを通す前に担当直入に聞かせてもらおうじゃない。お味はいかがだったかしら。
Signs of her secrets are appearing to start to amplify, as if aligning with her expectant gaze. Here's what I have to say. Alright, let's just go with god-awful. It tasted god-awful. No need to think about it, how hard too hard about it at this point. I've tasted so bad, so god-awful, that I hardly believe food could be so bad. That said, I know perfectly well just how much she toiled to prepare all this food for me. It tastes bad, thank you, I tell her.
<sighs> 分かってたけどさ、今回は僕の黒星じゃないからな。
放っておきましょう、あんなやつ。お腹が軽くなってから見つけ出してギャフンと言わせればいいんです。
That's right. Actually, even if I was told to go after him, I'd be hard pressed to agree with the state. The offshoot I pulled in the SG the offshoot I pulled the SG from should vanish soon. We should leave the labyrinth as soon as.
ねえ、あなた、どんな魔法を使ったの？
Elizabeth admittedly watches her own body deteriorate. Magic. It's something I, of course, can't use, but I guess she's referring to me extracting her SG.
違う、もっと前よ。あなたが私の料理を食べて感想を言った時、最高に気分が良かったわ。あれは家畜も他の貴族もみんな私を賛美したわ。まあ、そうしない奴はくびり殺してたんだけど。でも、それで気分がいいのは一瞬。喜びはすぐに燃え尽きて、つまらない日常ばかりが残るのよ。退屈で、頭が痛いわ。痛いのよ。だけど。
See you later. Before she completes her thought, her body vanishes. And with no way of finding how it ends, today's exploration comes to a close.
今回は本当にお疲れ様。なんか、私までお腹いっぱいよ。
今、さくらが強力な胃腸薬を用意しています。マイルームに転送しておくので、戻ってよく休んでください。
Alright, after the student council gives me the closing remarks, I let a sigh of relief. Suddenly, consciously how heavy my abdomen feels. Clearly, I exceed my capacity. Let's activate the checkpoint and hurry back to school. Alright, we didn't level up twice. This time, that's fine. We're still above our target level. We're still in our target level.
今はどうかゆっくりお休みくださいませ。
There we go. Let's get out of here. Alright, so, let's go ahead and go to my room. I should get, cast a second SG.
お風呂にします？それとももふも
I
ふ
feel hungry all of a sudden. Food is required when you have a digital body. I'm supplied with all the energy I need to maintain myself by merely being inside the setup. But maybe this is enough to affect Elizabeth's food. I normally don't think about food, but for some odd reason I know I can't help to be interested. So, Caster, make me something.
はい。ご飯とはご飯でございますか？
Exactly. That's the make I'm talking about. When we're dealing with Elizabeth, Caster spoke about taking cooking classes. True face, I was curious about that. And before I knew it, I became aware of my empty stomach.
了解いたしました。それではこんなこともあろうかと内緒でキープしていた桜さん弁当を。
I want to eat Cass's cooking.
いえ、でも手料理だとお時間とかご主人様のお腹の具合とかあれやばい。占いの毛は大凶殺か天中殺
You
か。
are stalling, Casser.
ぶっちゃけ購買部の麻婆丼で手を打ちません。私お料理したくないです。
You talk big game, but when it's time to actually do stuff, you don't, you chicken out. I want Casser's home cooking. If your reputation of being a good wife servant isn't a big fat lie, then I want you to show me some smarts and some sweets.
なんて期待に満ちた眼差し。これがときめかずにいられようか。本当はもうちょっと上達してからご馳走したかったのですが、正面からご飯と言われて断れるはずもありません。
You said it yourself. After Elizabeth's cooking, anything will be better than that.
それではリクエストにお答えしてそそっと軽食などご用意いたしますね。1時間ほどお時間をくださいまし。
Clap goes to Casser's head. Along with her clap is a prayer appeared to the small kitchen in the corner of my room. It slips my mind from time to time, but magicians are one hell of a class. It seems she's pretty good with stuff like remodeling, which she did a little with my room. I mean, yeah, most of the time we kind of forget, but casters do have territory creation, which does help manipulate stuff in their territory. And I guess my room is caster's territory. But yeah, they do have that skill, which is a bit underutilized. I think it was like used what? In Stay Night, technically? No, I definitely think it was used in Stay Night and Zero. But like in games, I don't think it's very much used. Like 3D games, isn't much used.
お待たせいたしました。急ごしらえではありますが、誠心誠意私のマックスで勝負いたします。
When is Caster brought a small table to serve on? On the menu is white rice and clam miso soup, grilled Sayuko-style mackerel, simmered pumpkin tossed with minced chicken and ankake sauce, and chopped daikon salad with plum sauce. I know some of those words. I have absolutely no idea what you just served me, but seems fish. Fish seems to be on the menu. Caster's expression is devoid of confidence and also a little nervous, but her making that face at me and all, but this doesn't look so bad. It's incredible, actually. It's not flashy, but it all harmonizes. Reminds me of a beautiful Japanese garden. Anyways, I need to start digging in. Hold my hands together and thank you for the food and bring some bites in my mouth.
どうでしょうか。まだまだ至らないと承知していますが、精一杯やったというか。
Well, how do I put this? It's perfectly delicious. The seasoning is done with the grilled Sayoko-style mackerel is good enough for me. The outside is crispy and fragrant, and the meat is sweet, soft, and flaky. The simmered pumpkin tossed with minced chicken and just chicken, not just okay. And ankake sauce is good too. Not only has the pumpkin simmered that carefully, but the minced chicken and ankake sauce was also prepared simple, making it superb. A la carte dish. The crisp and packet daikon salad is delicious. It serves to cleanse the palate of the main dish sweetness. The plum sauce makes it even more refreshing. This Japanese cooking with autumn theme. One would assume Castro to be a person who does big to show off, but her true nature clearly shows in her quiet, attentive personality when it comes to little details.
やっぱりいまいちですよね。マスターと契約してからこっち日々腕は磨いていたのですが、ご期待に添えず申し訳ありません。私が料理下手であることがバレてしまいました。これも SG ですね。
There we go. Caster's shoulder droop as apologizing for the bottom of her heart. According to her, the secretary she is apparently a poor cook. I fairly remember that back in the Geneside's Holy Grail War, Caster was frankly trying to memorize the 5 fundamental culinary seasonings, which means she didn't even know the basics not too long ago. I think going from that to making this level of food is incredible progress. Do you hate yourself for being a poor cook?
そんなのはもちろんです。料理下手な自分はどうでもいいのですが、ご主人様を旦那様を美味しい料理でもてなしてあげられないことが私的に悔しくて仕方がないのです。
Caster insists, cheeks flushing in shame. It's That her cooking skill makes her sad is being unable to bring joy to her master. Castor is despondent, claiming herself to be failed as a good wife. What do I make of that? Isn't that line of thinking itself proof that she's a good wife?
お気に召しませんか？それでしたら次はフレンチ？ディアボロフードやらに挑戦しますが。
No, don't go making this worse. No, I fully refuse. Then finish Castor's food in all good manners. Thanks for the food. Very yummy indeed.
はい、お粗末様でした、マスター。
Right, SG poor cook has been obtained. Alright, that's the end of the day. Let me see. I had too many calories, I could barely move. As I returned to the room, I staggered towards the bedside to take a seat. It should be hard to say this as she came easy.
お疲れ様です、マスター。
You must be tired after all the junk food. Go ahead and make yourself comfortable. While rubbing my belly, which feels bloated with data, I reminisce on the events of today concerning Elizabeth SG. We've directly dealt with her countless times at this point, but the more I learn about her, the more I experience her secrets, the more I get the sense she's a normal girl. She is more of a curiosity when we first met her.
調子乗るなってんです。
I took her for a sadist, but she was really a maiden. She has an image change planned. I seriously underestimated that horn girl. But listen, darling, no matter how nice she appears, a person's nature doesn't change so easily. In the end, that young girl is... I see. The whole cooking thing is one side of her, then the whole capturing and torturing NPCs is another side of her. If her intrinsic view that people are merely tools to serve her beauty isn't rectified, then they'll never see eye to eye. Yes, indeed. So that's why you mustn't have thoughts like how horrid or how adorable. She's a dragon. I'm a fox, but she has animal traits and is a good wife. She can take votes from me, but she won't take my darling. Okay, darling. Casco will offer you to rub your back until you feel better if you like. Thanks. I can't help but feel like she has dark alternative motives, but for today I'll indulge this conduct. While Castor rubbed my back, I made an idle talk about my stomach being stop hurting. Alright, save time. And on to the next one, so we can at least read Castor's SG. Alright, we still have this scene to go through.
おいおいってば、お前僕の話聞いてるの？ったく、なんだよ調子狂うな。これが最後のフロアなんだぞ。ぼんやりしてるなよな。
分かっているわ。遊びはここまで。次は普段の私通り。容赦なくぶっ刺して殺すだけ。私、柄にもなく浮かれてたみたい。私の神明を知ってもドン引かない相手とか初めてだったから。あいつらの空気に当てられたのね。緩みきってるでしょ、あいつら。
ああ、それはわかる。ぬるいっていうの？凡人の集まりだからそれぐらいしか取り柄ないんだよね。ほんと平凡臭くて泥臭い天才の僕には似合わない場所だったのさ。
そう。でもそれもおしまい。ようやく頭痛が戻ってきたわ。ここからはいつもの私よ。人間なんてみんな私のために使われる血液パック。私は残忍で凶暴な竜の娘。それを思い知らせてやりましょう。
ええ、そうでなくては嘘ね。人間を食い物にするチェイテの悪魔。ようやく目が覚めたというところかしら。
メルトリリス。
こんにちは、虫けらさん。順調に迷宮を突破されているようね。 辛かったら旧校舎に戻ってもいいのよ。あなたが失敗しても私が手に入れるのだし。あなたはいてもいなくても同じ、ただの無能。 BB に何を吹き込まれたかは容易に想像できるけれど。ねえ、あなた本当に信じているの？自分が彼女を止められるだけの人間だって。
うるさい。僕は BB が認めた天才だぞ。今回はこいつが任せろって言うからしくじっただけだ。僕は今度こそうまくやるんだ。うまくやらなくちゃいけないんだ。こんなところで消えられないんだよ。そのためなら BB の口車にも乗るさ。たとえあいつを殺しても僕だけは生き残って。
生き残ってどうするの？あなたには何の未来もない。彼女は違う。彼女は自分の運命を知らないだけ。けれどあなたは自分の未来を知っていながら必死に目を背けている。ねえ、的を信じ。この月の裏側で今一番価値のない生き物は誰なのか言葉にしてあげましょうか。
うるさいな、エゴのくせに。お前だって BB に作られた心のかけらじゃないか。所詮は BB の気まぐれで消えるんだろ。代用品にもなれないただの駒のくせに。
ええ、そうよ。私はただの駒。 BB がいる限り主役になれないバックダンサー。でもそれが何？私自身はあなたたち人間より何倍も優れた仮想生命、この量子世界を支配するもの。いわばとっても高価なお人形ね。けれどあなたは真実無価値、買取金額ゼロの石ころ。そんなあなたがまだ生きようとあがく姿は面白いわ。滑稽を通り越して感動的ですらある。悲劇は一歩間違えるとホラーに、コメディは行き過ぎるとハートフルなヒューマンドラマに。笑いすぎて涙するのと悲惨すぎて涙するのは同じことだもの。あなたは確かに王様ね。虫けらの王、喜劇の王、人に指さされる時だけ輝ける大衆好みの天才よ。
そんなことお前に言われなくても分かってるさ。ああ、どうせ僕は勘違いした天才だよ。自分でも足りないのは分かってるけどそれでも僕はマスターだ。勝ちたくて月にやってきたんだ。チャンスがあるならすがりつくさ。
敵に寝返ってもマスターとしての自分だけは譲らないというのね。見直したわ。あなたにもプライドがあったなんて。どう生きがっても虫けらは虫けらよ。
Sucks to be him.
自分でも足りないのは分かってる。その言葉に免じて私が足りないものを足してあげる。ピエロの化粧を忘れているわよ。さあ、哀れな露になってあなたにふさわしい場所に落ちなさい。
うわ、なんだこれ。体がどっけ。
最悪。早く戻って念入りに洗浄しなくちゃ。あら、同情しているの？ダンサ
別に逆にせいせいしたわ。でも 私のマスターはどうするの？一人じゃ出力が落ちるわよ。
それなら問題ないわ。私がマスターになってあげる。スペックは申し分ないはずよ。
ならいいけど、私、あなたが嫌いなの。サインだけしてもらったら、あとは勝手にやらせてもらうわ。
ほだされているのね。残念。その声は届かないわ。あなたはエリザベート・バートリー。今さら人間らしく生きようなんて、あまりにも都合がいいと思わない？
Slept well and my body feels a lot lighter. My stomach feels settled, so I guess the antacid worked. Feels kind of great actually. Seems like I got plenty of nourishment. That's one thing I want to thank Elizabeth for.
聞こえてる？
Good morning, President Haku. Good to see your stomach hasn't blown up.
会長、
There'll be no briefing today. As soon as you're able to make preparations, please head to the 15th floor of the labyrinth. Sorry, we got a lot on our plate to deal with. We have new information right now, so start your exploration when it suits you. We'll be ready when the labyrinth monitors, of course. See you there. Sounds like the student council's busy. I won't bother them for no reason. Let's get ready to head to the labyrinth. Alright, before we go there... actually, we're not gonna go there today. We're just gonna go ahead and check out the, not play this, SGs. Caster. Porkhook. Caster's second SG. Porkhook is not a type of graphical error. It's simply that Caster thinks she's a porkhook. She's actually a good cook. The misunderstanding seems to have happened because her ideal level of cooking is way too high. Although she may like an inhibited personality, Caster's very modest and reserved family image. She has recently been attending cooking classes, all for the sake of making delicious meals for her darlings. During the Holy Grail work, Caster didn't know the basic dishes. Love is the magic that turns the microwave cook woman into a good wife and wise mother. Well, the day that Caster, in a coverall apron, said to her darling, "Here, come open wide, ever come?" Even if it's 99% impossible, I want to believe this dream will come true. Let's take a look at this thing, shall we? Your
キ
name.
ャスターでもタマちゃんでも、もちろんハニーでも OK です。ま、ご主人様に限りますけど。
Your height.
ミコーンと可愛いお耳を除いて160センチにございます。なでなでプリーズ。49キロです。雨にも負けず、敵にも負けず鍛えに鍛えたこの体。恥ずかしいことなどないのです。
Your
こ
home?
れはまた難しいことを聞きますね。日本かな？
Yeah, I think I've said this before, but like, Caster's like origin has been all over the place, from I think India to China to Japan, but I think this version is just Japan, really. Weak point.
ママも尻尾はちょっと恥ずかしいかも。潜る前には食べちゃうと宣言をお願いします。
Your fetish.
魂フェチ、玉フェチ。イケメン魂には本能でキュンときちゃうのです。
Alright. How do you spend your free
水
time?
目ちゃんのお料理教室に通っております。ところでご主人様、好きなおかずは何ですか？
Alright. And that's that. Alright, everyone. That's gonna be it for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time for more Fate Extra CCC. Ciao.